Hello people. Today I'm going to unbox this bad boy. So this is a Danby portable countertop dishwasher. I purchased this a few days ago from Wayfair. Got a very good deal on it. And it is the model DDW621WDB. So this is a countertop version of a dishwasher. It holds, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it from way back there, but up to 6 place settings. So let's get started by unboxing it. Then I'll get it set up and we'll show you where it goes from there. Those are some big straps. So to open it, what we need to do is lift the cover off of this and get yourself in the head with the box. And we'll set all this stuff aside. So, the house is falling apart. Don't you just love styrofoam? It's all over the place. And there is our item. I'm a little, to be honest with you here, I'm a little skeptical right off the bat. I want to keep you guys up there, but I'm going to turn on my GoPro. I want to show you what I'm skeptical about. This is what I'm skeptical about. I don't know if it comes out on camera. There is an uneven gap, so pretty wide up here. Oh, I gotta get my hand out of the, there we go. Pretty wide up here. And it gets narrower here and then wide again here. So it's almost as if the seal or the door is crooked. Anyways, we'll keep an eye on that. Just because if it does become an issue, we will send it back. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. And we'll take that apart piece by piece and go from there. So the first thing we have is our trap down here to our dish soap dispenser. There's a little button that you gotta press. Ooh, that snaps that spring back pretty hard. And I believe this is our finished product that we can put into here. So the rack or the product says that it can hold 6 place settings, and we will definitely check that out. So pull out the tray. Tray is plastic coated. Get rid of these little things here and there. We get our instruction manual and all the tubing necessary for this. We have the energy guide, energy guide. So this is an approximate $27 per year use is what they estimate. I'm not really gonna verify that. If it's there, it's there. Continue opening these up. There we go. And believe it or not, I put my knife away, and this is probably where we would have needed it. There we are. And that should should be the last of the foam. So we'll have to double check and see what these are. I think these are probably hangers for larger utensils or utensil rack. That's actually a fairly decent size on the inside of this thing. So like that, we'll take the tray out. We'll set it over here. And there's water on the inside of this thing. So again, there was water on the outside, on the backside, and as you can see here, there are water droplets on the inside. This is a brand new machine that we're just unboxing today, and there's water all over the place. I'm really not sure about that. And I'm also going to show something else from a different angle. Hopefully the camera will pick it up. But if you look, like the center is flush, but over here, over here, there's a big gap, and over here, there's a big gap. I'm really not sure about the fitment issues on this machine. It's kind of concerning, but hey, we will run it and then we'll see about it. Because when we look down the side, you know, it's pretty much even all the way up and down here. And over here, same thing. This part of the panel is thicker than this part. There's a seam right here. We'll definitely have to run a cycle through this and see what it's about. I've gone ahead and I've opened up the instruction manuals and the tubing. So this works out. We probably got close to, I'm going to say, oh, that's really not good, but there's about 5 feet of cable here that that allows you to pretty much this anywhere, pretty much anywheres on a counter. They do include an extra little O-ring, and that's in the event that the one that's already installed onto your faucet, oh, I forgot some tape, onto the adapter, if that one is too thick and it's causing a leak, you can switch that one out with the shorter or thinner version. We'll give it a go with the one that's pre-installed and we'll see how that works out. With regards to, and we will try to zoom in here a little bit. Over here we have different cycles. So we have like glassware, pots, big pots, your regular stuff, just glassware, just utensils, and a couple of different hours. I don't know who would run an 8-hour dishwashing cycle. I think that sounds just a little bit ludicrous. But one way or another, we have those different things. So we're going to get this installed on the countertop behind us, and we'll go through from there. I'll probably walk through the hookup because it does look fairly simple. Just a few different hoses, a few different connectors, and they go onto the back. And then this is a quick release that goes on. If we pull down on that part, this part comes out, and this is what attaches to your faucet. So whenever you're ready to use your dishwasher, you just plug it in and you're good to go. And there's some I guess pressure relief valves over here just in case, but we will do all of this hookup here in just a second. Let's get these hoses attached. So there are 2 different sizes, a small one and a large one. Which one is which? I'm not sure. I'm imagining the large one's probably the exit or the washout, and this one is the fill. But the large one goes into the yellow slot. And it is nice. This is basically toolless, so you really don't need much At the same time, if you ever find it leaks, you can go out and get some plumber's tape, which is Teflon tape, and give these threads a little bit of that if needed. They didn't include any, so I don't think it would be necessary. Hand tighten these things down. Same thing with this one over here. Now this one does have a hex head on it, so if a wrench is needed, then you can do that. But at the same time, we'll just go hand tight for now. And that is the installation to the back side of this. If somebody was handy, they could probably, and they had the hookups on their drains, they could probably drill holes in their countertop and run it straight to that. I don't think my landlord would be too appreciative of that, so we're not going to do it that way. I'm just going to check these connections. Those are tight as well. And this, I thought earlier I said it was a pressure relief. I think it's just more of a bypass, so that if you have it hooked up, you can press on this to run water straight through. What it appears to be. I could be mistaken. But anyways, let's get this turned around, hooked up to the sink, plugged in, and then we'll go from there. Now that we have everything plugged into the back, screwed down, plugged in into the power, the 5-foot cord gives me plenty of stuff to work with, and even allows us to be able to, I mean, I can go way over to the other side now, and if we need be, but for the time being, I think all we need is this much. I wouldn't be myself comfortable in trimming this down, because essentially I have an extra 2.5 feet of cord, as you can see, but it does have some fitted connections on there, crimped and all that stuff. So for me, we're just going to leave it as is. So it will mean that we will have to kind of work with it, but this is simple. Pull down, pull up, it's clipped on. Ooh, sorry about that, folks. I didn't mean to kick you around. But at this point, we would be ready to start a cycle and go from there. To put this away, to be able to use the tap itself, again, pull down on the top ring, unclick it, and pop it off. And I have left myself a little bit of space to try to kind of finesse it, so we can leave it here. But that we'll have to work on that. The tubes are pretty rigid, which is why they're bending and spiraling. But I don't see anything wrong with that. So the next thing, I think what we'll do is reset, open this up, and put a few different items into the dishwasher itself and see how they fit. So I have two different style plates. I got a round plate and I got a square plate. I measured these plates. They measure 10.5 inches in diameter, length, and they barely fit. So they actually rub up against the seal. But once you get past the seal, you got to kind of hold them. Once you get past the seal, then they're not touching the inside at all. But yeah, if you're buying this, check your plates. 10.5 inches is like the absolute max that will fit in there. You might have to buy some smaller plates if you have bigger ones, but it does fit. And I got a little saucepan. I think this is, I don't even know what size it is. No issue with that. I can get a second plate in here. You gotta jam them in a little bit, but they go fine. once they're in there. Let's get a mason jar type glass that fits in here, no problem. You have your knives, forks. Ooh, that might have to fit the other way. Oh, there's actually some narrow slots, and I'll pull up the GoPro to show you that. But there's narrow, thicker, wider, so you can accommodate pretty much a lot of stuff in there. So let me get a little bit of a GoPro on that so you guys can see it.